All right, let's make it happen. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. This is Brian Morris, founder of blackdirectory.com. Listen, excited about this one on today. We got a great one on today for you. So listen, let's do this really quickly. Everyone that's waiting over there on YouTube, let's go ahead and share your screen. Share this broadcast. We are live. We are on member-hosted Zoom call. Listen, we do these several times a month, and definitely for members that are down there, this is a great time, obviously, for you to highlight your business. And we do this for members and for non-members. So this is a great time for individuals to become aware of who you are and what you do, your business, and all of that. So this is a great one. Obviously, we got a great response from members and non-members that actually wanted to take part in this. So if you're not aware of who you are, again, I'm Brian Morse, founder of blackdirectory.com, largest Black business directory in the world. And let's see here. And we are here with a great company on here today. And we'll be discussing how to grow your business without paid ads. Somebody put that down in the chat. Put that down in the chat. I got some good responses. People are like, how do I grow my business without paid ads, right? All right, share. All right, while we're waiting, we're going to get started here in just a second. Share. That's my tagline. I love to say that. Share. Share this broadcast. Send it out to as many people as you know. There's a lot of, obviously, don't have to be Black-owned business. Any business you know that's out there, share this with them. Share this business. And also, please click on the like button. What the like button allows us to do is, it allows more people to become aware of who we are. We're doing some great things here at Black Directory. Also, man, we have a new show that we've started as well called Successful Black Entrepreneurs. You can find that here on the page after this call here as well. But this is a good one here today. We got a great member here today that's doing some great things here with his company. And man, he has some success stories with Black Directory, and we definitely want to talk about that. But let's give people a few more minutes to jump in. So while we're waiting, go ahead and place down in the chat where you from. Where you from? Are you from California, New York, Alabama, where you are? So place that down in the chat. Place your company's name down in the chat as well. That way we can become aware of who you are, what you're doing with your company. This is an exciting one. How do you grow your business without paid ads? Grow your business without paid ads. Again, got some great things coming here that we're going to be discussing on today. So go ahead and place that information down there in the chat. That way more individuals can become aware of who you are and what you're doing as well. So remember, all right, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. So again, definitely, if you have not subscribed as of yet, again, welcome to members and welcome to non-members. If you have not subscribed as of yet, click on that button down there that says subscribe. So as we have new content and new things going every day, at least every week, I should say, obviously you'll be aware of what's happening. All right, so someone says greetings from North Carolina. Boston, man, I was just up in Boston. Boston was great. Listen, for those, don't sleep on Boston. Those of you who have not been to Boston yet, don't sleep on Boston. Go get you some clam chowder, Go, man, we actually have some good Italian food there in Boston there as well. I actually stayed there right across the street at the new Omni Hotel. Man, that hotel is nice for you all that's actually up in the Boston area if you haven't stayed there yet. Just opened up literally right across the street from the convention center. So that was great. So, all right, I see some of our members over in San Antonio. All right, Chicago. All right, go ahead and place down in the chat. Where are you from? Welcome to everybody that's logging on now. Welcome to everyone that's logging on. We're about to get started. We have a great member here today doing some great things. And just by the way, if you're not aware of Black Directory, we have the link. We have our link down in the chat. We actually have a 25% discount. So if you actually want to become a member, the link is down in the chat. Go ahead and click on the link. It's a great time to connect as well. Now, someone says, Bon appetit, Crepier. Okay, great stuff. Location in Boston and Chicago. All right, living in between two cities. I love rich people. I love rich people. Baltimore, that's what I'm talking. I see you, Andre. That's what I'm talking about. McKinney, Texas. All right, how's everybody? Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, keep sharing, everybody. Share this a couple more times. We're going to get started here in just a second. This is good stuff. We got more individuals coming in. Everybody wants to know, how does this guy grow his business without paid ads? And that's the thing. Obviously, paid ads are great, but there's so many ways to do marketing, so many different strategies, and we need to learn them all. We need to know them all, because obviously our goal here is for all of us to grow and expand our company and take our companies to different levels. So we're going to get started here in just a second, but you all do me a favor. Again, if you haven't done it yet, place your information down in the chat. Let us know where you're from, and please subscribe to the page. And then also go ahead and share this. Share this. You can text, if you could do me a favor, text about 4 or 5 people right now. Text about 4 or 5 people right now and provide them with this link. Say, hey, Black Director is live with Mr. Melvin Veasley, and we're going to be discussing how to grow your business without paid ads. This, especially for companies. Listen, I just talked to one of our members here the other day, and they do millions of dollars in revenue. And the one issue that he has problems with is getting more leads. So you don't have to be a new business. You can be a business doing millions of dollars in revenue that need more leads. So if you realize you need more leads, if you've been talking to some of your business owners, they need more leads, this is the session. This is the session for them to actually join in on and to learn what they can begin to do so they can begin to tap in to see exactly how they can grow their business. It's all about growth, right? One of the things we talk about with our members, and welcome again, everybody down in Atlanta. I see some of our members coming on down in Atlanta. Again, Baltimore, Chicago, good stuff. One of the things we always talk about is, one, you need to grow your business, not just for you. I've heard people say before, well, I don't need to be that big. You're right. You don't need to be that big, but our community needs your business to grow so you can hire more people. You can do more for the Black community, and you can just do more for the world at large, right? So this is why we need you to be able to grow your business. So welcome to Durham, North Carolina. Durham, good stuff coming on down to California. How you doing, Miss Kimberly, over there in California? Good to see you there, over in Cali. All right, Ethics, where are you from? What city and state? Give us your city and state. So everyone, again, we're going to get started here in a couple of minutes. Go ahead and share this broadcast. Share. I really mean it. I'm not just saying share. I need y'all to stop. Take a second, get your cell phone and text a couple of people and share this out. Text this out to a couple of people. Share it with them now. Share it with them now. Say, hey, we're on a great session with Black Directory. Got a great member that's actually coming up. All right, I see Chattanooga in the house. Valdosta, Georgia. Man, Melvin, you got people all over the country. Bridgeport, Connecticut, right down the street from you, Melvin. Good stuff. Rochester, good to see you up there in Rochester. I know you all are cold, but it's 51 degrees where we are in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, but I know you all a little bit colder than we are down here. All right, listen, this is good stuff. So again, today we're talking about grow your business without paid ads. All right, let's get ready to make this happen. Let's get ready to do this. Let me get a couple more shares. Let me get a couple more likes. If you haven't liked the page yet, go ahead and like the page again. And also, while you all also waiting, check out the description. The link is down in the description. So a lot of the things we're going to be discussing today is down in the description. So go ahead and check that out in the meantime while we're actually waiting to get started. So good. I want to say a special shout out really quickly before we get started. Obviously, we're going to be talking to Melvin today, but I want to give a shout out to Naaman for obviously everything that he does here with Black Directory. Appreciate you, sir. And of course, Kadisha, my assistant, she does a great job with everything she's doing. All right, good. Listen, excited about this one. Keep sharing it, everybody. Keep sharing it. Thank you for the likes. I see the likes are going up. All right, and let's get ready to make this happen. Let's make Black businesses great again. How about that? Let's make Black businesses great again. Y'all like that? That's what we're going to do right now. All right, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Keep sharing it though, which is good stuff. And let's go ahead and introduce our speaker for today and to see exactly what we're going to be discussing and talking about. So Melvin Veasley is the founder and owner of MVP Marketing Results, a full-service digital marketing agency that focuses on marketing without paid ads. Melvin has over 20 years of corporate sales experience, and Melvin has developed a valuable skill that allowed him to book over 1,000. Somebody put that down in the chat. 1,000 personal Zoom sessions. These are leads in just 1 year. More importantly, MVP Marketing Results has been able to help other companies do the same. Most companies spend a lot of money on marketing without seeing any results. MVP Marketing Results focuses on strategies that work almost immediately. Those are his words. All right. Most business owners and sales professionals are in need of effective marketing that generates quality leads and customers. MVP Marketing Results has cracked the code on how to consistently bring your ideal prospect into the world. So without further ado, let's make this happen. Welcome, Mr. Melvin Veasley, to Black Director, member host of Zoom call. How you doing today, sir?
I'm fantastic, Brian. Fantastic. Glad to be here. The community.
Hey man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's make this happen. We've been waiting on this one here for a while, right?
Yes, sir.
So listen, so Melvin, obviously, so tell everybody what city and state. So of course we got individuals down in the chat placing this information. What city and state are you located in?
We'll just call it Providence, Rhode Island. So I live in Rhode Island. So Providence, Rhode Island is probably the well-known state, I guess, in Rhode Island. Rhode Island is not that big, so.
They got black people up there in Rhode Island?
They got a few. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Man, Rhode Island, that's not the first thing you think about when you think about black people. You think of other places. All right, well, good stuff. Rhode Island. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, X's. So you all obviously want to figure out how to book 1,000 sessions, and I know a lot of companies need more leads and access to more leads. Obviously, someone actually, right? If you're taking notes, you can take notes. You can put this down in the chat. You get more leads. Leads turn into sales, right? If you're not just close them. How do you get more sales? You got to get more leads. You're not going to be, no matter how good of a salesman you are, nobody closes all their sales, right? Nobody closes all their leads. So this is why you need a lot of leads, get a lot of leads to close a lot of sales. All right, so Melvin, introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do, and just give them a little background about yourself.
Yeah, so again, Melvin Veasley, I'll kind of share my background. Although I'm in Rhode Island, I'm actually from Detroit originally. So I grew up in Detroit, went to college out in Wisconsin, played D3 basketball out there, and really enjoyed my time there. And when I graduated, I started working for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Okay. So I started working for Enterprise right out of college. Was in Wisconsin for about a year, moved to Baltimore, lived in Baltimore for about 5 years.
You didn't tell me you was in Baltimore.
Yep. I lived in Baltimore for 5. Matter of fact, my daughter was born in Baltimore. She loves it. So then I moved to Rhode Island, all within Enterprise. So Enterprise brought me to Rhode Island to run their business rental department, and had a pretty successful corporate career. Worked my way up the corporate ladder and did really well. But the plan was only be in Rhode Island 2-3 years max, Brian, but somehow it's turned into 18 years.
Let me guess, was it the wife?
You know what? It's either, yeah, it is. For some reason, she likes Rhode Island a lot, so we're still here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but anyway, had a pretty successful corporate career, but because I was in Rhode Island, not like New York or Boston, they wanted to cap my pay. And like most people, I don't like caps. So while I was still working for Enterprise, I got involved in direct sales and did really well with that. And within 3 years, I felt comfortable enough to leave my corporate job and pursue my direct sales business full time. And then, when this whole pandemic hit, I realized that everyone was moving over to Zoom. So I said, well, how can I leverage this Zoom technology to build my direct sales business? That's kind of how this all started. And as I started to study internet marketers, I realized that you have people where all they do is press a button. Because they've taken time to put systems in place, people actually go to their website and buy all their stuff. So I said to myself, I want to become one of those people. So I spent a lot of money on coaches and mentors, and I bought programs and refunded programs. And I went with that whole process. And as I was going through that, what I realized is that I was actually teaching myself a new skill, where if I got really good at helping people generate leads and customers, folks would pay me for it.
Right.
That's what prompted me to start my own full service digital marketing agency, where we almost have it broken down into 2 different divisions. So we do have the paid side where we're full service, where we can do Facebook, social media, Google. We have a video department as well, social media management, all the traditional digital marketing services. But I started to realize that, you can have a lot of people spend a lot of money on marketing and not necessarily see the results. So I really started to focus on how can I also help people generate leads without utilizing paid ads. And that's when I started to focus a lot on just different softwares and automations. And to my surprise, you can be, if not just as effective, not more effective with some of the strategies I've learned in the avenue of not utilizing paid ads. So
good stuff. All right, let me jump in. This is good stuff. This is good stuff so far. So everyone that's on YouTube. So again, welcome everyone to YouTube. I'm Brian Morris. We got Melvin Veasley of MVP Marketing Results. Brian Morris of BlackDirector.com, largest Black business director in the world. Melvin is a member of ours. We're going to talk about, he don't like to say this number, but we're going to talk about how much money he's made as being a member. Yeah, we are. So he only pays a small price, but he's got his money back many, many, many times over and over and over again, obviously, as being a member of Black Director. So place it down in the chat, everyone, what type of marketing does your company need assistance with? So let me see a couple of answers here. What type of assistance does your company need? What type of marketing assistance does your company need help with? So place that down in the chat really quickly. And I just want to read this really fast, and I want to jump back to you, Melvin. I love what one of our members, Mr. Ralph Mitchell, said. And Ralph, you are in, I forgot what city and state. I think you're in Boston, right, Ralph? I think that's where you are. You're in Massachusetts. He said, little known fact of U.S. history, the very first all-Black combat unit was the Rhode Island 1st Brigade, also known as the Black Brigade, during the American Revolutionary War. Did you know that, Melvin?
I did not know that. I did not.
This is why it's good for us to have our older individuals. Ralph is one of our older members. I love picking up the phone and talking to Mr. Ralph, and he's going to give you a lot of history. So he actually has a great financial advising company there as well. All right, so I like that. So a couple of individuals said they need digital and print. My clients need assistance with target marketing. Someone else says digital. All right, good stuff. So that's what we're focused on here today. Automated lead generation. How about that, Eric, right? Automated lead generation. Let's make this thing automatic so we can make our life better, right? Automation makes your life better. All right, so good stuff. So you decided, so how long, so you were with this corporate company, you were with Enterprise, you say, right?
Correct.
How many years?
20 years.
20 years. And so what was the deciding factor? Because some people listening are not entrepreneurs and they're thinking, hey, I want to go, I want to obviously start out on my own. What was the deciding factor that made you want to actually go out on your own?
Again, it came down to, it was just time to move on. And it really just kind of came down to pay. I was in a sales role and I was performing really, really well. And again, because I was in Rhode Island, not one of the major markets, I was actually kind of an outlier on the report. And they say, well, why is Melvin making, what he's making in little Rhode Island? And I had won all types of awards and things like that. And again, when they talked about capping my pay, most people don't like caps.
Of course.
It's time for me to, look other places. So exactly. I don't like people putting a value on what I'm worth. So once that happened, I decided it was time to do something different. I didn't do it right away, so I don't recommend you just all of a sudden just leave. But I was able to bet on myself, and I have not looked back. But that was really the deciding factor, just in terms of the pay.
And you've been working for yourself how long now?
So I left in 2016.
Okay. Yeah.
It was 6 years now.
Excellent. And you're not hungry. Don't look like you're hungry. look like you're eating pretty well up there.
What you trying to say, bro? What you trying to say?
I didn't say nothing. All right, everybody that's joined us, please, for those that just joined us, welcome again to Black Directory. Welcome to our member hosted Zoom call here with Mr. Melvin Veasley. If you can, please go ahead and share the broadcast. And if you have not done so, go ahead and like this page. And also, in the meantime, subscribe to the page, because again, we have some great content coming forth. We have many other members that will be coming forth and talking about the great businesses that we have. Man, if you don't know, there are many great Black-owned businesses that are members of Black Directory, and many great Black-owned businesses around the country and around the world. And we just want to highlight a few here that are members of Black Directory, which is going to be great. All right, so let's jump into it. So you started out, obviously, and I must say for myself, I've told you, I work with a lot of different companies. Melvin is actually one of the best salesmen that I'm a salesman myself. So I've been doing this for over 20 years. So when I started to listen to him and see some of his sales tactics, I said, oh no, this is a salesman right here. He knows what he's doing. So this is why, obviously, this is why he's been able to book 1,000 Zoom calls and do exactly what he's doing. So with your business, so let's talk about some of your, let's talk about some of the services that you provide. We're not going to jump into the challenge yet. Let's talk about some of the services that you provide with the company and some of the success stories you've had as well.
Yeah, so one of the main services is really doing automation, utilizing LinkedIn and Facebook direct messaging. Yeah, I'll share my screen real quick, Brian, because I mentioned I booked over 1,000 Zoom meetings last year, but I'll show you a more recent example. So in the month of August, I was traveling like crazy. I was actually in 9 different states for personal reasons, visiting family weddings. So from August 1st through August 28th, let me just put 28th, I booked a total of 41, it pops up 41 Zoom meetings.
Okay. Okay.
Now, August 29th came around. I was like, you know what? It was a Monday. I'll never forget. It was a Monday. I said, I don't have a lot going on. Because I was doing a lot of travel. I said, well, let me fill my calendar. So from August 29th to, we'll go September 29th. So a month's time. This is how many Zoom meetings I booked, 142.
And for what time frame again?
A 30-day time frame.
Okay.
So,
and so are these individuals, you're speaking with them, these are leads, obviously. So these are appointments. So you're speaking with them one by one.
correct. These are people who have booked on my calendar.
But we don't want to show the name. Don't show the name.
Using my Zoom link. Using my Zoom link. Well, so these are the folks who have booked. Yes, correct.
No, awesome. This good stuff. Listen, this is obviously the proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in the pudding.
Absolutely.
So good. So obviously you started out doing it for yourself, and you realize, hey, you developed a system. And everyone, one of the things I love to always say is success is a system. So once you figure out a system, you keep making that system better and keep making that system better. So you realize you had a great system and that you could start to teach other individuals. So tell us about some of your first couple of clients that you had and how you were able to help them with their business.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, most clients are looking for leads. So they're looking for ways to fill up their calendar, right? And I'm a part of different networking associations, just like the Black Directory. And a lot of my clients are just like me, they've been in business for 2 to 5 years and they're looking to fill their calendar, and so what I do is I just have a conversation with any business. It can be a sales professional, it can be a business owner, but anyone that's looking to fill their calendar, financial advisors, construction, anyone that's looking to fill their calendar. I basically will hop on a call with them. I'm trying not to give away all the strategies because a lot of stuff is going to be within the 5-day challenge.
Sure.
But I've helped a number of folks fill their calendars. I've helped a number of Black Directory members fill their calendar as well. I know I've worked with, if I give you a specific example, I know I've worked with Belanle, and she was one of your members as well. And she was looking to target superintendents of different schools. So I know she was very pleased with the results. So there's been several clients that I've actually helped to fill their client or to fill their calendar from the Black Directory members.
That's such a great point. That's such a great point, because one of the things everyone, obviously, whether you're doing less than 100,000, you're doing somewhere between 100,000 and a million, or if you're doing millions of dollars of revenue, one of the things that I've learned about business many times is that sometimes we're just trying to throw things against the wall. And sometimes we're trying to figure out who our customers are, or we're just trying to go after everyone, right? So everybody's not your customer, right? Everybody's not my customer. Everybody's not your customer. But figuring out who your customer is so key. And then once you figure out who your customer is, then you need to be laser focused on that. Really going after that customer, going after only that type of customer, because that's what's going to allow you to grow and scale and really take your business to the next level. All too often, we're trying to go after everyone, and we're spending too much time and energy. When did you figure that out about business, that you can't go after everyone and it needs to be targeted?
Yeah, I share this with everyone. To me, all marketing is identifying who it is you want to target, figure out where does that person congregate, where they hang out, and then how do you drop an intriguing message in front of that person to get them to raise their hand and say, yes, I want to talk to you about your thing. And too often I ask people who's your client, who's your customer? And they say everyone, right? Mm-hmm. And you're right, that doesn't really allow you to really focus your marketing. So if you know who it is you want to target, if you really know who that person is, I can help you to find that person. And there's some things you can do on LinkedIn and on Facebook. There's some these social media platforms are super powerful if you know how to use them. But we can find them by either job title or by interest. Then I can work with you to help craft what message can I put in front of that person to get them to say, you know what, I need to talk to you. I really do need to talk to you. And so all of my philosophies, or most of my philosophies, come from that simple deal. Identify who you want to target, figure out where they congregate, and how do you drop that intriguing message in front of them. So
real fast, we're going to talk about this 5-day challenge you have. Give us a couple of your success stories. Obviously, you gave us one there with one of the members. You don't have to give the actual names, but give us exactly what you've been able to do for them, maybe how much revenue you helped them to increase their revenue, or how many more leads they were able to get. And also, before you do that, down in the chat, everyone that's actually down in the chat, listen, go ahead and place down in the chat if you're looking for lead generation. How many of you all are actually looking for lead generation? Place that down in the chat. Just type lead. Linda, I see you. Linda likes that saying, success is a system. Linda, I bet not catch you going around town in Chattanooga using my saying. I got a trademark. Success is a system. No, actually, I got it from somebody else, but it's the truth. Success is a system. So if you need lead generation for your business, place that down in the chat. If you need, I think many businesses need lead generation. I learned, someone earlier already said they need automated lead generation. Listen, this will allow you to grow. If you get more leads, your business can grow. And it doesn't matter what type of business you are. Construction company, if you're in information technology, if you're a marketing company, if you have a product, doesn't matter what it is, you need more leads. Now, obviously, some people actually speak directly with the clients. Others just actually do social media. They do marketing so that they can actually gain more clients. But especially if you, I love that, lead generation with government contracting, lead generation and conversion. Great job, Bess. So it's so key. If you need lead generation, it is so key to have a system, just like Linda put down, have the right system in place so that you grow your business. And because one of the things I say all the time is, all too often what we do is we try to throw things against the wall and see what sticks. But if you've ever been on the phone with me directly, one of the things I always say is, throwing things against the wall is expensive. It costs too much money. It's better. And I've learned this in life. So I'm going to let Melvin talk about it. One of the best things to do, and welcome Liliana from Chicago. Great. Welcome to this. Definitely, please, if you just joined us, please share this broadcast. So one of the things that you need to do, obviously, is really figure out who your customer is, who your client is, and really niche down so that we don't waste time in business. You don't waste time, you don't waste money. And one of the things that I've learned to do is if I don't have a strength in one particular area, I find an expert like Melvin. I bring them in and ask them and actually pay them for their services so that they could actually make things better for me. That way I'm not trying to figure it out on my own. So it's best to always, if you don't have a strength in lead generation, pay somebody. Find someone who has good lead generation skills. Find them, pay them, support them. It's going to help you save time, money, and energy, and it's going to help to increase your revenue there as well. All right, so go ahead and talk about one or two of the success stories, and then let's jump into this challenge.
Yeah, so again, it's across the board. It's easy for me just to show you. So again, these are just numbers in terms of people who I've utilized part of my system to help them generate leads. So this is actually one of the LinkedIn systems that we utilize, where we sent out messages to folks. This person had 117 people accepted, 155 people replied, 32, 30, 46. Again, these are all accepted messages. And again, in terms of who I'm helping, like we have health insurance folks, we have comedians, we have insurance folks. Well, I can think I'm just kind of recognizing names here. We have computer software folks. Again, more insurance people, more network marketers, more coaches. So again, 96, 43, 148 replies. So it's really across the board, but all these people are like, these are potential appointments that we're setting up for people. So again, it's across the board.
No, I love it. All right, good stuff. Listen, this is good stuff, everybody. We're going to jump into it. So Melvin, obviously he showed you. He's not just talking about it. He showed you. So that some of you that obviously that mentioned lead generation, you want to take advantage of his upcoming 5-day challenge that he has. I think this is a perfect time. And listen, you got to spend money on marketing. You got to spend money to grow your company. It's not going to grow by itself. And if you only just try to figure out everything, I love what I heard the gentleman. Actually, I think I probably got the success as a system from Mr. Markel Russell. He does some great things. Now, one of the things he said, you just don't live long enough to figure out everything we need to figure out about our business and about life. So the best thing to do is go find an individual, and especially if they've already figured out what you're trying to figure out. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already invented. Somebody's already got it worked out. Find them, pay them, and support them. So let's talk about your 5-day challenge. We're going to share my page here. Let's talk about your 5-day challenge. I'll share the page here on my end that you have actually coming up. That individuals obviously can become aware of what you're doing and aware of what's getting ready to take place here coming up very soon. All right, go right ahead.
Yeah, so day one, what we're going to do.
Well, let's talk about the challenge first, and then we'll get into the days.
Okay. Yeah. So the challenge is really designed for me to walk you through what I do on a daily basis in order to fill my calendar. So the plan is to take you step by step and kind of help, because a lot of stuff I'm going to talk about, you can actually do it yourself, obviously. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what I do, exactly how I help clients fill their calendars. So the challenge is set up over the course of 5 days to help you, again, do the exact same thing that I'm doing over the course of 5 days to get you the actual results.
Excellent. And Kadisha, if you go ahead and start sharing the link down in the chat there as well, that'd be great. All right. So how to grow your business without paid ads. So let's go over some of these things here. So you're about to discover the most untapped resources to grow and scale without paid ads. In this 5-day challenge, you will discover the most profitable way to fill your pipeline. Man, talk about filling the pipeline and leads, especially. Listen, that is so key, because sometimes some of us, we're just not talking to enough people. That's one of the things I learned about sales. You got to talk to a lot of people. If you have a day where you work 12 hours a day and you're only talking to 2 or 3 people, that's not enough. You should be talking to 5, 10, 15, 20 people a day. And not just you, obviously building a sales team so your salespeople can talk to 5, 10, 15, 20 people a day. That's going to allow you to grow. Talk about building that pipeline.
Yeah, I call it controlled chaos. Right. A lot of times when people's schedules get full, they try and back off. Like, they try and slow down.
Talk about that. Yeah.
What they have, and when you start to get busy, that's when you also actually have to put your foot on the gas, right? So once you build momentum is so powerful, right? So once you start to get that momentum going, that's when you really want to lean in. And so you actually want to have multiple different systems in place to help to fill that pipeline. So we're going to talk about, during the challenge, what are some of the best platforms or best ways to have leads coming in from multiple different pipelines, just in case one dries up. You still have 4 or 5 coming in. So for me, it's all about, how do I keep my pipeline full, but then also from a customer service standpoint, how do I also make sure I have systems in place and a team in place to make sure I can also handle the volume. But the biggest mistake a lot of people make is that they feel like that they're too busy, right? And then all of a sudden they kind of take their foot off the gas, and now they're sitting there throughout the day doing non-productive work versus doing money-making activities. So there you go.
No, that's good stuff, man. Can you hear me?
Yep.
That's good stuff. Listen, I love that, because that is so key. Some of you all, put it down in the chat. If you take your foot off the brake sometime, oh my gosh, I got too much business, I can't take on anymore. That's not the time to stop. Especially if your business is seasonal, cyclical, and it's not going to keep going on all the time. You got to keep the foot on the gas, and that's the perfect time to start to figure out, okay, if I got too much business that I can handle, or more business than myself and my 1, 2, 5 employees can handle, that's the time to start hiring more people. That's not the time you don't want to slow down the business. You want to keep growing and keep growing. That's how you're able to scale and keep that happening and make that happen there as well.
That's good. Yeah, go ahead. The other thing you're doing too is you're gathering information. So I mentioned that I booked over 1,000 Zoom calls last year, and I did that intentionally because for me, I needed to perfect the process to make sure I can also duplicate it for my clients. So when I was making or doing all those Zoom calls, I was gathering information in terms of what is that my clients really need, what is that they're looking for. So I've had people utilize my system, and I kid you not, I've had them actually change positions because for the first time, they were actually able to talk to people about how they can help them. They realize that, maybe I don't have the right solutions, right? So when you're able to talk to a lot of people, there's so many benefits from that. There's only, from a sales standpoint, there's only so many objections that you're going to get when you're talking to someone. It's typically about 6 or 7. They may come at you in different forms, but it's the same objection. And so when you've gone through a lot of these calls, when someone says to you, your mind is, okay, well, what objection is that? And now you automatically know how to respond to that person. So all it really is just practice. And that's one of the reasons why filling your pipeline is so important. So you can actually learn what it is your folks or your clients are looking for and how you can actually help them.
That is good stuff. That is good stuff. Everybody. Now, I just saw, I think it was Marcus Johnson said he does roofing sales. All right. So he needs lead generation for roofing sales. Marcus, I definitely think you should take the challenge. Just place a link down in the chat, everyone. The link is in the chat. If you actually want to take the challenge, go ahead and start. Let's start talking about day one. So what can they expect to learn on day one? So everyone, this is so key because listen, you want to grow in business. And this is what I learned in business. Everyone really pay attention to this. Put it down in the chat if you want to as well. If you want to grow in business, and especially if sometimes in business, we get to the point to where we plateau. You know, we're doing everything we can to bring in new business and we're plateauing. We're just not growing beyond that. What I learned, what you need to do and what we need to do at that point is break your old system and create a new one. You got to create a new system or keep the systems that's working and add another system, like Melvin was saying, add some different streams, different other pipelines to actually increase your pipeline, increase your business there as well. So it's so key. So whatever you're doing, keep that working, but you got to create a new system as well that's going to allow you to really grow to another level there also. So let's talk about day one. I'm going to scroll down here. Let's talk about day one, what you're going to learn. Actually, before we get to day one, so let's talk about that. You say this works for all types of individuals, right?
Correct. If you're in sales or you're a business owner, if you're looking to grow your business, for the most part, it's been very few folks that I have not been able to help. Again, if you know who you want to target, if you know where they are, I can help you find out where they are. Typically, we can help you.
That's so key. All right, so let's give a name to some of these. Talk about some of these here: real estate agent, construction contractors. Let's talk about a couple of them there that you've helped.
Yeah, because I'll talk about the network marketing, because I have a direct sales background. I mean, a lot of people, or even affiliate sales. I work with quite a few of those people, and there are definitely ways to utilize LinkedIn, to utilize Facebook to, again, find other folks in direct sales, other people who you may want to recruit potentially, other people who you may want to push your products. They're all grouped on these different social platforms. So it's very easy to find those people, and it's very easy to craft the right message to get them to raise their hand.
Oh, wait. You just said something important. That was good. You said something that people like this, they're having problems finding their customers. And you just said it's very easy to find the customers.
It is. If you know who you're
looking at, right, and know what you're doing.
Yeah, and if you know who they are, because they're all grouped already. Like these social media platforms, they've done most of the work for us already. So it's just a matter of how do you leverage the platform to pull those people out, again, to get them to say, yes, I want to talk to you. And there's ways to do that. And that's kind of what I do every day. And that's kind of what I'm going to go over a review in the 5-day challenge.
All right, good. Let's jump into it. So let's talk about day one. So day one, everybody, if you obviously need new systems, you want to learn more about how to grow your business. You've been trying things and it hasn't been working. You've been bumping your head against the wall and, trying to increase your revenue. And I tell you, social media is great. And, Facebook is great. Instagram is great. All those places are great. But it takes a special skill to understand how to actually find your audience. You could spend a bunch of money. You could spend $99, spend $500 without blinking and get no leads, because there's a system and there's a strategy that you need. And that's what Melvin was going to talk about. He has a system and a strategy that he's already created on some of these platforms that's going to teach you. So day one, and welcome to everybody that's actually joining. Again, I'm Brian Morris, founder of blackdirectory.com. And of course, we have Mr. Melvin Veasley on the line here of MVP Marketing Results. He's professional actually creating leads and generating leads as well. So he's going to talk about his 5-day challenge that's coming up, and also what day one would be of his 5-day challenge. Let's jump into it, Melvin. What's day one?
So day one is going to focus on LinkedIn, just because that's the low-hanging fruit. people don't understand how powerful LinkedIn can be, again, if you know how to use it. And I get this question all the time when I work with clients about, my LinkedIn profile, does it need to look a certain way? How do I optimize it? And I go back and forth with the answer, because I have some people who LinkedIn profile, it needs to be professional. I have some people LinkedIn profile, they haven't invested a lot of time and energy into it. And I always say it doesn't matter as much as you think. But there are also some folks out there, well, you're like a real estate agent or a financial advisor, where, image is really important to you. And so optimizing your LinkedIn profile is something that we're going to review, what it should look like, just different strategies within your profile that can help attract more people to you. So that's what we're going to talk about over in day one.
So optimizing your LinkedIn. All right. If you are not using LinkedIn, there's a lot of professionals. Man, they're shaking head right now, but there's a lot of professionals. We're gonna stop the share. There's a lot of professionals on LinkedIn. If you are not using LinkedIn, place down in the chat, no, I'm not using LinkedIn. Put that down in the chat if you're not using LinkedIn. And I love what Linda said there also. One of the things that she needs assistance with while I'm waiting on those. So if your company is not utilizing LinkedIn right now, and you're not utilizing that platform, put no, I'm not utilizing LinkedIn. Put that down in the chat. But I love what Linda said, that she wants to learn how to attract business versus chasing customers. She want to attract the business versus chasing customers. What do you have to say about that?
So we're going to talk about that in day two.
Okay.
So which is a great lead in. So a lot of people say that when I ask a question, are you using LinkedIn? People say, well, I have a LinkedIn profile, or they're using LinkedIn to, I guess, connect with people in a certain way. But here's what I really want everyone to know. There's what I call reactive marketing, and there's proactive marketing. So reactive marketing is that you post certain things on LinkedIn, Facebook, Google. So you post content out there. You hope someone sees that content, it resonates with them, and then they
shoot in the dark.
Right. And then they reach out to you. That's what I call like reactive marketing. And there is a strategy for that. That's where a lot of the social media management comes in. So there's a strategy for that, and that can work. However, that's typically not the way to generate leads immediately. That's more of a long-term strategy. What I like to focus on, because again, working with clients, and the thought process is my head is if I'm working with someone, how can I help them get results as quickly as humanly possible to where I can build that trust with them? So again, I focus on what I call proactive marketing. And it goes back to what I said before. All it is identifying who it is you want to target, figure out where do they congregate, and then how do we proactively drop a message in front of that person that the message is going to resonate with. So it's more of a targeted approach versus more of just putting stuff out there and hoping someone sees and hoping someone reaches out to you. And that's what we're going to talk about on day two, which is really where a lot of happens.
That's good stuff. I want to say Randy Jenkins said Jelinek said he's not using LinkedIn. Clarence Dyson said he's not using LinkedIn. Listen, you all, jump on this 5-day challenge. I'm placing the link down in the chat. Jump on this challenge, and I want to say congratulations to the people that are signing up. Good stuff. Let's get this going. And all right, let's talk about the date. When is the challenge? We haven't given the date. What is the date for the challenge?
So the date of the challenge is going to start on Monday, October 31st. It's going to run to Friday, November 4th. So it's going to be an hour a day. It's going to go from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. every day that week. So that will be the challenge.
That's awesome. All right, so we talked about day one, setting up the profile on LinkedIn. And again, day two again, and you really discuss them. So obviously finding that ideal prospect. And everyone, the challenge, how much is the challenge, Melvin?
It's only $99.
But everything is discussing, it should be, $9.99, honestly, because this is really going to teach. Just the fact that many of you really don't know who your ideal prospect is, or you have an idea of who your ideal prospect is, but you don't know how to get to the ideal prospect. just learning those two things there. How do I get to them more often? How do I get them on a more consistent basis? Because some of you all, and one of the things that I find out from a lot of our companies, many times what happens is we are focused on, and most of our business many times is only coming from referrals. And referrals is good, but referrals is not always the best way to grow a business. I look at referrals as cherry on the cake, icing on the cake. It's great when I get them, but you have to generate leads on your own, and you have to be proactive and aggressive, actually going after business, I should say. All right, so listen, the link is down in the chat. I'm putting the link in the chat. Also, the link is in the description. If you want to take the 5-day challenge, again, it's November. Let me get those dates again. What are those dates again?
October 31st, which is a Monday at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to go every day for 1 hour till Friday, November 4th.
1 hour. So obviously, this is going to give you all, yes, Rhonda, proactive, right? Need proactive. You got to be proactive. I like that. You got to be proactive in business. You can't wait around. Listen, I used to do life insurance. And when I did life insurance for about 13 years. One of the best and worst experiences of my life. It was tough. It was tough. But once I figured out a system, again, we're talking about Linda, we're talking about success as a system, right? Once we figured the system out, and once I figured the system out, then I was able to duplicate it and keep going. But if I had sat around like a lot of individuals do and just only tried to wait on individuals to refer me, I would have failed. I would have only been in business for a couple of months because I would have been waiting.
Let me make one point about the referral, because part of the strategy that I utilize that I'll be sharing over the 5-day challenge is, one, you want to go after your end user. So the actual person that is going to utilize your product, your service. So we talk about that. But another part of the strategy is also building up your referral partners. So think about the people who can easily refer you business because they're already working with your clients. So part of this in the 5-day challenge, I'm going to show you how you even get those people to want to partner with you. So again, that's another one of those ways to fill your pipeline. So yes, you have the end user, but you also are now starting to build a bunch of referral partners where you're working together to help each other grow. We're going to talk about that as well in the challenge.
Man, that's good stuff. That's good. Listen, you all, is for you all that find this beneficial for your company. And thank you to the other individuals that are signing up. I see you all coming in. Good stuff. The link is down in the chat. I'm going to place the link down in the chat again. It's October the 31st, which is not this Monday, but the following Monday, October 31st through November the 4th. 5-day challenge, 1 hour day. You're going to get access to the expert here, Melvin. He's going to really begin discussing with you how to grow your pipeline. And listen, as I scrolled in the chat and looked over there in the chat, and I saw, let me actually get back to it. I saw some of you all, I love that, collaborations and partners, absolutely. Belongly say that's fantastic, Melvin. I'm in. All right, good stuff. So I see some individuals, they say you need assistance with lead generation. This is the perfect time. I see individuals that are in the trucking business. I see individuals also that need assistance with digital marketing. I also see individuals that need assistance with conversion. Man, sales. It's one of the things is sometimes, let's talk about this briefly. Sometimes we can get a lot of leads, but don't know how to close them. Now that's a totally separate thing. Obviously, we won't be dealing with as much as that on this particular 5-day challenge, but talk a little bit about how you help individuals with closing the sales.
So let me ask, well, I'll ask you a question. Well, do most people know the difference between marketing and sales? I always ask this question, like, what's the difference between marketing and sales? And marketing is what you do to get the person to the table. Sales is what you say once the person's at the table.
Oh man, stop, sir, stop. That's good. That's good. It seems so simple, but most people don't understand the difference between the marketing and the sales, right? Just because you could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing and get no sales, right? Because you don't, it's great that you bring, people are coming to you. And a lot of times we're sending people to the wrong places. We're sending them to this combobulated website that people don't understand. And then we're sending people to all these other places and we're trying to get this lead generation. Some of our funnels are broken. Some of our funnels are broken and we're trying to do the wrong things. We're spending money right now. If you're spending more than $99 on marketing, you should absolutely sign up, because this is going to help you with some of your systems, some of your strategies, some of your structure, because all too often, I love what you just said, and I want you to repeat it. We're getting people to the table. All right, you say it again, because you can say it better than I can. All right, so the difference between marketing and sales.
Marketing is what you do to get the person to the table. Sales is what you say once the person's at the table. Now, if you do the marketing the right way, again, going back to the simple philosophy that I said before, identify who it is you want to target, figure out where they are, drop that message in front of them. By the time the person gets to the table, they're already your ideal prospect. They already have a good idea of what it is that they need from you. Now it's just a matter of you dotting the I's and crossing the T's to figure out, okay, are we a good fit to work together or not? So sales is really simple. Sales is really, in my opinion, again, I've been doing it for a long time, but sales is really simple if you do the marketing the right way. And having all of those, again, going back to the thousands calls that I did, right? That's a lot of practice, right? That I went through to be able to now, it doesn't really matter who I get on the call now, because I practice so much.
Right.
I typically know what objection I'm getting, those 6 or 7 objections. So now I know how to respond, but you don't get that way if you don't have a pipeline with people you can talk to and practice on.
Man, listen, from one salesman to the next, man, you got me, man. You got me going crazy over here, because this is the type of stuff that I've lived off of. Right, you got to practice. And again, I can't stress it enough. And I want to get to some of these comments down in the chat. You cannot have a few leads a day or a few leads. I've talked to some of my members, and I'm gonna put some of y'all on blast. I won't say your name, but I talked to some of my members who tell me they get maybe 8 referrals a month. But they have the capacity to take more. They get 8 leads a month. That is not enough. That is not enough. You should have 8 leads a day at a minimum, every day, talking to people. And I love and I actually want to go to this comment, and thank you all for those that are signing up. Keep it coming. Listen, pull the trigger. If you know this is something that you need, it's something that you want to start making some changes in your business. You want to start growing. You want to start taking your business in a different direction. Now's the time to really do it. And for those that are just joining us, welcome. Again, this is Black Directory. I'm founder of blackdirectory.com, Brian Morse. And really excited about this. We have on here today Mr. Melvin Veasley of MVP Marketing. And this is really great, because we're talking about how you can grow your business without paid ads, different strategies you can use without funneling so much money. Listen, if you're going to get great results on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, a lot of these other places, you have to spend thousands of dollars, thousands and thousands of dollars many times to get the leads that you're getting. It's not that they don't work. They definitely costs you a lot. So definitely, Liz Bryant said, I need help getting leads. Liz, I'm putting the link down in the chat. Go ahead and sign up for the 5-day challenge. I want to respond to what Marco said. Marco said, I need a team to do it for me. Oh my gosh, Marco, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you, Marco, because that's such a great point. But this is what I've learned. Yes, you need a team to do it for you, Marco, but you first got to figure out your system yourself, right? Talk about that, Melvin. You have to have a great system yourself before you could bring in a team, because somebody's got to teach the team.
Right.
So if you are bringing them in, you can't expect them to have all the skills and the talents and everything that they need to sell your product or service. You have to be great and excellent at selling your product service. And then you start to hire other individuals and you train them. That's going to be the best way to do it. Talk about that, Mel.
Yeah, you either have to do it yourself or pay a lot of money to hire someone who's already done it, right? And again, many times it's important for you to do it or have someone on your staff that can do it, because you're trying to figure out what's the most efficient and most effective process, right? And so once you figure it out, now you can take the time to train or pass it off or delegate it to someone else. And if they're not doing it the right way because you've done it, you can provide feedback or advice. You know what's working and what's not working. So going through that process yourself or having someone, go through that process, that's the expert. Because again, some of us have companies that we're running, we don't necessarily want to be in doing that aspect of it. But you have to have someone that you can trust to be able to teach other people how to do it. And again, it all starts with filling that pipeline so you can practice on, Trust me.
See, because it goes back to Marco, even if you had a sales team, if you had 5 or 10 people, still got to have some leads, right? It's still got to have people to talk to. And you don't want that overhead where you got 5 or 10 people that's up under your system, and you got to pay that overhead, and you don't have enough leads for them coming in. They're just sitting around trying to figure out, all right, I'm going to go over here to this event and try to get some leads. We're going to go over here and speak to these people, wasting your time and wasting your money. But if you figure out a great system now by yourself, then obviously you can start to bring that in. This is between us 40 years of sales experience. This is what we've done. And I love what you said, Melvin, that you got to practice. Also, when it comes down to sales, you got to practice. This is why you need a lot of people to talk to, because ultimately we're always, I'm gonna actually quote TD Jakes. I love what TD Jakes, I was listening to him the other day, and he actually said, and obviously many of us know who he is, prolific speaker of the gospel, preacher of the gospel. And he said, even him, after all these years of preaching, one of the things that he does is after every service, every sermon, he sits back and he critiques his message to figure out what he did well, what he didn't do so well, what he needs to do differently. And that's one of the things that I learned to do when I was doing life insurance. This is why you need a lot of people to talk to. You got to sit down and talk to a lot of people, because it doesn't matter how great of a salesman you are, you're not going to close everybody. And I'm not going to close everybody. You're not going to close everybody, but you can close some people that are good. So what you have to do is you have to find out, sit down. So what I used to do is I used to actually drive around down when I was living back in Florida. I used to drive sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours. And I would have, once I really got smart, Melvin, once I really got smart, I said, you know what? They used to give me 5 appointments a day. Of those 5 appointments, 3 of them were garbage. Right? The other 2, I might get in 1 or 2 houses and talk to people, and there's a good chance I probably wouldn't go get any sales. But once I figured out how to book my own appointments, I said, I'm booking 8 to 10 people a day. That's what I started to do. So that way, once I'm out there, I would rather call somebody and tell them, hey, I can't make it today, versus be out there just driving around trying to see who I'm going to speak. I'll always have more leads than I can get my hands on, because I could always take that person and move them to the next day than actually just doing it myself, than actually trying to get it all in one day. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is good. All right. So 5-day challenges, again, is coming up October the 31st through November the 4th. That's very, very soon. And I see a lot of anticipation up here. Welcome to everybody that's actually joining us. And also congratulations to those that are getting started, that are actually signing up. Great. I see your names here coming in. I definitely think more of you definitely need to be getting started, getting going here as well. This is really going to be good for many of your businesses. Just learning a new skill for $99. Listen, $99. Again, this could easily be $999. It probably should be $999. Just the information that he's going to share with you and teach you how to do differently with your business. All right, Liz says she doesn't see the link. All right, Liz, I just placed the link down in the chat. My name is Brian Morris. All right, so you need to copy and paste that link there into the system. Let me know if you have it. All right, definitely, yeah. Subscribe, sign up. All right, Liz says she wants to sign up. Where do I see the link for the challenge, John Moore? The link is 2 places. One, I just placed it down in the chat. I'm placing it down 2 times, so scroll down in the chat, or you can click on the description. Click on the description there as well, and you can actually see the 5-day challenge link there as well. Let me know that you have it. But listen, let's go ahead and get started. This is good stuff. All right, let's talk about day 3, man. This is some good stuff that we're talking about. Let's talk about day 3. Let me share my screen for day 3 here as well. So what will we be discussing on the 5-day challenge on day 3?
So this is really where a lot of the magic happens. Again, groups are really powerful. So think about if you're trying to target certain groups, certain individuals, if you're trying to target financial advisors, if you're trying to target Black moms, like whoever it is you're trying to target. Again, a lot of these social platforms have already done a lot of the categorizing for you, or the grouping for you.
Right.
So again, now it's a matter of, all right, they're here. How do I reach out to them? What message, what do I say? And how do I make them almost, call me 4 or 5 times, right?
Right.
And that's what we're going to talk about, is how to utilize some of the features within LinkedIn and even Facebook that not a lot of people are aware of. So we're going to talk about that, how to leverage that.
I love it. I love it. Listen, there's this billionaire that I love to watch, and this is the quote that he says all the time: "For your business, you got to get some attention. Attention brings money." Right? So your customers, Liz, your customers Helen, your customers John, your customers Marco, all of you that are down in the chat, Randy, your customers Rhonda, your customers are already online. Your customers are already there. You don't these days. You don't have to go to a car lot and put flyers on a car lot. That's not as effective as what it used to be. You can still do it. You don't have to go knocking on doors these days, cold calling like that. Your people are already online. They're already there. They're already there on social media. And I love what Melvin said. And social media is so smart. They spend billions of dollars on these platforms. They've already categorized them. All right. They've made it real easy for you to get in contact with them. But many times they want you to pay $100, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000. Let's talk about the amount of money being spent, Melvin, on paid ads versus being able to do it without paid ads.
Well, again, Facebook charges a ton of money. I rarely even run campaigns for people on the Facebook side, unless you're going to spend at least $1,000 a month on ads. Now, you may have some stories out there where I spend $10 a day and I get all these results. That doesn't typically happen, right? So anyway, it
can happen. It's just it's not the thing that happens all the time.
Correct. I'll give you an example, not necessarily paid ads, but health insurance agents, for example. I work with quite a few of those folks, and they target travel nurses. And there are different groups out there that have a ton of travel nurses in those groups.
Man, now, and they got money. Right. They got money, sir.
But here's what happens. The health insurance folks, they spend thousands of dollars just to post inside those groups. They pay the admins thousands of dollars just to post inside the groups. Now, they wouldn't be doing that unless it was effective, unless it was working for them, right? So when we get off the LinkedIn piece, doing a challenge, I'm going to show you how to bypass some of that and get directly to those folks. So that's worth, the price of admission alone. So
listen, this is one of the things that, and also one of the things I love to say, and also I just want to welcome everyone. If you just joining us, welcome to our member hosted Zoom call today with Mr. Melvin Veasley up in Rhode Island. It's about 2 Black people in Rhode Island. It's him and his wife. Well, it's about 3. I think you got some kids. So what we're talking about today, obviously, how to grow your business without paid ads, and that little niche that you just gave there. Many of these Facebook groups, definitely, some of them, they charge the post. And not only the ones that charge the post, some of them, let's say they don't even charge the post, some of them, but they may not approve your post, right? They might, because I've done many of it myself. You put your post in there, and especially for those, that's some of the main way you get your business. You put your post, they may not approve it, or they may approve it. I've seen some of my things approved 7 days later after I needed it, approved. So I've seen some things approved months later. So you don't know how active they are. And then again, like I said, some of them actually charge you. They charge you to post. So here we're discussing, obviously, how to really find your customer online. Whoever your customer is, it doesn't matter. Even if it's the government, the government is online. It's understanding how to get to the right individuals. If you're working with corporations, the people behind the corporations, they're online. Yeah, they are online, and it's other businesses are online, clients are online. If you have a product and people want to pay, you want to obviously pay for your product, those people are online as well. It's understanding how to find them, and that's the key. That will cost you a lot of money. It costs us a lot of money trying to figure it out on our own. Where are these people? How do I spend my money to find them? And especially if you're trying to go on YouTube, trying to figure it out, or you're trying to use a lot of different services, it can really become timely and costly and expensive. So Melvin, tell them again how many leads you booked for yourself and how many Zoom calls you booked for yourself here just recently over the last year.
So, over the last year, I did over 1,000, but just in the month of September, I booked 142 just in the month of September. If you multiply that by 12, that's 1,700. So Again, I'm not doing that many now, but again, when I need to fill my calendar, I know how to do it. And then again, I'm going to, in the 5-day challenge, show many of you how to do the exact same thing.
That's so key. That's so key. It is understanding how to utilize that system and how not to, obviously. So it was how many, what was the number that you booked over the last year?
So last year I booked over 1,000. Last in the month of August, because again, I knew this call was coming up. And so I just kind of wanted to, show
the people how it works.
Right. So I booked 142 in the month of September.
Just the month of September by itself.
The month of September. If you multiply that by 12, that's over 1,700. So if I were to continue that pace, that's over 1,700. So you can, in some cases, you can almost do it on demand. So that's what I wanted to kind of show people.
And I want to go back to Marco's point. Marco's, this is how you grow your business. One, you figure out this system first, and this is for everybody, not just Marco, but for everyone that's on here. And again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're already doing millions of dollars of revenue. You always need more systems. You always need more leads, and especially, I know I have individuals, I have members that are doing millions of dollars in revenue, and they will travel across the country. All right, let's talk about travel. They'll travel across the country to go to a conference. All right, you got to pay for your flight, you got to pay for your hotel, you got to pay for food while you're there, and then you got to pay for the conference. You're probably already out of $2,000 or $3,000 just right there. And then you got to go and try to find those 1, 2, 3, 5 people that you were looking for to do that business deal. That's a great thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not the only way to do it. That's a good way to do it. It's not the only way to do it, because many of those individuals that you're looking for at those conferences, they're online, right? They're already online. Sit at home, understand this strategy, and learn how to get in contact with them. So I love what man. There's some great comments actually coming on down. Let's answer some of these comments down in the chat. Marco said, "I need a team." I love what Marco said as well. He said, "My funnels need some fixing," and definitely can assist you with some of that. I need help getting leads. Is what Liz said. So again, everyone, if you haven't signed up yet, I'm placing the link down in the chat. Just find my name, Brian Morse, and then you'll have the link there to actually go ahead and sign up. I'm actually placing it down in the chat right now as we speak. There's a link there. It's a bit.ly link, and it'll take you directly over to the page. So welcome to everybody that's already signed up. Man, you all are on it. This is going to be a good session, man. You're gonna have a good time with everyone that's actually getting going. Listen, I'm excited about this here as well. Definitely some good people signing up. All right, so definitely, if you haven't signed up yet, the link is down in the chat. Go ahead and get going. And the other good thing is, everyone as well, is you're not just paying, it's only $99. So we're not talking about $999. We're not talking about $9,000. It's $99 to learn how to utilize these new systems, these new strategies, so you can begin to grow your business. So let's talk about when the challenge is again. When is the challenge, Melvin?
So we're going to start the challenge on October 31st, which gets us Halloween. We're going to do it early so you can still get out. So we're going to start it at 1 o'clock. We'll be done at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to run every day of the week through Friday, same time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to finish on Friday.
And if by chance, the people that sign up, if they miss a session, are you recording those sessions where you'll be sending it out to them?
The sessions will be recorded, and we will send the sessions out. So you will also have access to the information that we share.
No, this is good stuff. All right, so November the 31st, excuse me, October 31st through November the 4th, right. 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And so this is good. Good. Again, the link is down in the chat. If you are looking for it, I love that. Somebody said book, looking forward to the training. What if we want to hire for this position? Give me some more examples, what you mean by that, Marco, and I could probably assist you with that. Some of the things that you need, and I could probably work together. And obviously, of course, Melvin can work and assist you with some of that there as well. All right, great. So definitely I would like to sign up, need the information. All right, great. Hello all, hello to Go Gija Creations. And again, if you're online just getting started, please go ahead and subscribe to the page. Man, if you understood some of the other members that I have that's getting ready to come up, and I also, in addition to Melvin, and talk about the businesses, we're going to be talking about acquisitions. We're going to be talking about how to start your own medical staffing company. We're going to be talking about so many other things, so how to actually gain access to capital with some of our members. We're going to be talking about a lot of these with some of our upcoming member-hosted Zoom calls. So if you're just getting started, just jumping on, Welcome to the session on today. Again, we're talking with Melvin Veasley of MVP Marketing Results, and we're discussing how to grow your business without paid ads. And so we cover day one, we covered day two, day three. Let's give a quick recap for those that are just getting in. I'm going to share my screen. Let's talk about day one, day two, day three, and let's jump into day four.
Yeah,
so share my screen here really fast.
So again, day one, one of the main platforms I utilize is LinkedIn. So we're going to go over how to optimize your LinkedIn profile to where you can actually attract the right person to you. So as you're reaching out to them, you don't they don't run away from you. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Day two, we're going to talk about how to target your ideal prospect and what to say. Again, that's really the key. What do you say to get the person to raise their hand? And then day three, we're going to go over some of the features inside of LinkedIn and some of the other groups or some of the other platforms that most people don't utilize, they're not aware of, but they're super powerful. I'm going to walk you through how to actually leverage some of the other features inside of some of the platforms, but primarily focus on LinkedIn. But again, there's, I guess on day four, we can talk about some of the other social platforms.
Okay, so you discuss some of the other platforms. Jump into day four a little bit more. What you to be discussing day four?
Yeah, so day four, I'm going to break away from LinkedIn. I'm going to talk about some of the other platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, TikTok, and you can do some similar things on Facebook as you can on LinkedIn, and you can also gain data from TikTok that you can actually utilize to prospect as well. So I'm going to show you some of the strategies, some of the little known strategies that I use for my clients to maximize those platforms as well. I'll give you one example. This is something new that I'm really excited about, but inside of Facebook groups, you know how sometimes people post all the time, hey, I'm looking for X, I'm looking for a real estate agent, I'm looking for a plumber, I'm looking for whatever.
Right.
So, and when you do 1,000 sales calls, you come across and meet a lot of people. So I have some really strong developers on the software side. And so what we've come up with is this: if someone posts inside of a Facebook group saying, hey, I'm looking for a real estate agent. If you are a real estate agent, my software will automatically notify you that this person is looking for it. So it actually sends you a message saying, hey, someone just posted they're looking for an agent. Then you can in turn reach out to that person directly. So we can monitor what's happening inside different Facebook groups to identify opportunities for you as well. So
that's powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because actually I've encouraged some of our members to actually go into Facebook and some of these groups and actually search them and see exactly what people are looking for. But that takes time. You actually have to sit there and go through the groups one by one to search them. So you're saying you figured out a process and a system and some software that will search for them.
Correct. It's all part of the funnel plan. So it's all part of creating this is all inclusive funnel plan to where it keeps your pipeline full of people for you to talk to so you can grow and scale your business.
How many groups will this work for? Is there a limit on the amount of groups?
No.
Wow. I think I need to take advantage of that myself. No, honest, that's good stuff. Literally, everyone. Obviously, most people have Facebook. There's a billion people on Facebook. Zuckerberg is a genius, right? So he's a genius. So whether you like him or not. But everybody's on Facebook. Many people are on Facebook, and obviously, even some of my friends who don't like Facebook, they just joined. They obviously they're on Facebook now. So this is so key, and I love it because one, there's so many of these groups. Ultimately, what happens a lot of times is you have people that go in, and many of you have seen it, where people are asking, just like I said, hey, I need a marketing company, or hey, I need a roofing company. I know I found we needed carpet at our home. I found one of our carpeting companies in one of the groups. I found painters inside of the group. You find all types of individuals. So definitely the roofing, individuals said roofing, you do hauling, if you do transportation, doesn't matter what you do, people are online looking for you. They're online looking for you, but the problem is too many of us are not there when they're looking for us. So I love that. So let's talk about that software again. So you're saying if someone, let's give an example here, because so if someone, let's say, let's go back up top here. So these are the things, and I'm going to share my page here really fast. Again, everyone, if you haven't signed up yet, the link is down in the chat. And I'm actually going to share the link here again. The link is in the chat. So, but I want to scroll back up because these are the individuals that you're saying would really be good to take this session here. So let's talk about a couple of them and how this can help.
I mean, if you're an insurance professional, like if you sell any type of insurance, right? So there are very active groups in your community, and they're constantly sharing information with folks, and they're constantly, hey, would you recommend this, or I need this. So specifically, again, I'm just talking about Facebook right now. Again, LinkedIn is a whole nother animal, and I have a whole nother process with that. But if you are an insurance professional, when someone types in the keyword looking for insurance, auto insurance, health insurance, or whatever the keywords are, system will automatically notify you. And there's ways to, I'm trying not to go into too much detail, but there's ways to leverage even more. Let's just say, for example, I know Brian's always talking about us partnering, right? So let's just say.
Hold on, really fast. I just want to say, Liz, no, if you sign up, you won't lose it. You won't lose the Zoom in the process. You'll be fine because you're on YouTube. So you can go ahead and click on, just open up another link there and go ahead and click on it and sign up, and we'll be right here. We're live. So you're good. So go ahead, Liz. All right, go ahead, Mel.
So let's just say you have a group of folks, there's 5 of you. Maybe there's an insurance professional, maybe there's 4 other people that work well with you. And let's say someone puts into a Facebook group saying, hey, I'm looking for an insurance agent. What we can do is we can have all 5 of you get the notification. You each take 5 seconds to basically click on the link and say, hey, I recommend this insurance agent. So now you have 5 people recommending you. So now when you reach out to that person, because 5 other people have said, hey, I recommend you, chance that person responding to you greatly increases. So again, there's ways to leverage software as technology to help you fill your pipeline.
Liz says she has a moving company. Can you listen? The answer is yes. You don't even have to answer. There's people online always. Listen, I'm inside of these groups all the time. People say, I need a moving company. I mean, absolutely. So you answered that, but I answered it for you.
Absolutely. If you know who you want to target, that's the key. Identifying who you. So here's the thing. If you know who you want to target, and if you know the problem that they have, right? Because we got to call out the problem. So if you know who you want to target and you know the problem they have and you know how to solve that problem or the pain points, it's easy. Now, if you don't know who you want to target, you don't know the problem that your prospects are facing, then we have to kind of work a little bit more in terms of really narrowing that down. And again, the 5-day challenges, we're going to go over that as well.
No, that's amazing. So definitely, if you already know who your customers are, and if you've been making money, this is perfect for you. Obviously, you want to, and let me actually place this down in the chat. I want to go ahead and obviously click on the link. Again, the link is down in the chat, several different places, but let me place it down here again, so that way you'll have it there also. But listen, that is so key. If you know who you want to target, you just target them more, right? You find ways to get out in front of them more. Then if you don't know who you want to target, like many individuals don't know who their customers are. And it's nothing wrong sometimes with not understanding who your customers are. So then you just get with a professional like Melvin, who can assist you, who can actually begin to point you in the right direction and say, hey, this, again, he already has 20 years of sales experience. He knows how to get leads. He can begin to point you in the right direction and say, hey, this I think is a better person for you to actually target. And this is how I'm going to help you to do it. But that Facebook group thing that you have with the software, being able to find individuals, and I love that you talked about partnering in them, because a lot of times people do, if they say, hey, I need a moving company, they'll say, hey, I know this ABC company that is really good. People love, that's the good thing about social media. People do a great job of referring other people, of uplifting other individuals' business. But if they don't know that you exist, they don't know your business, and if you're not present online, and that's the other thing. Sometimes your business could be referred, but if you only check Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, whatever it is, one time a week, once every other week, then you're going to lose out on those leads. Right, Melvin?
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, those platforms are really powerful. And again, if you have a strategy and if you're able to execute that strategy,
No, this is good. All right, so let's start. Let's start from the first day. So everyone, if you haven't signed up yet, I placed the link down in the chat. It's $99. We're not pulling you for $999. It's not something you got to think about. Obviously, a lot of times we spend $99 on going out to eat, and that's a liability. it's not obviously it's an asset because you need to eat, but you need obviously something that's going to help you to grow and expand your business and take you to another level. So let's start from day one again. Let's tell everyone who's not aware of what the 5-day challenge is all about, and let's go from day one all the way down to day 5 and what they can expect to learn on the challenge. As I share my screen here.
Yeah. So again, day one, we're going to work with you on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. So you do attract the right person that's looking, that's looking for your product or service. We're going to work with you on that. Day 2, we're going to work with you on how to craft the right message that gets the person to definitely reach out to you. So what do you say to get that person to say, yes, I need to talk to you about what it is that you have to offer? Day 3 is there are some little known strategies or secrets inside of LinkedIn and some of the other platforms that most people don't utilize, and they're really missing out. So we're going to talk about what those are and how to leverage those. Day 4, we're going to go into some of the other platforms outside of LinkedIn. I'm going to show you some strategies that I utilize to gather data that you can then turn around and utilize it to target people. And I did mention, I wasn't even going to mention the Facebook software, but also I'll talk about the Facebook software a little bit as well inside of that day. And then day 5, that's where we're going to 10x it, right? That's where we're going to talk about other softwares and ways to automate this process to where you're not there. Again, the things I'm going to share, if you can do it yourself, but if you want to 10x it and almost put it on autopilot, then on day 5, that's where I'm going to go into how do you actually do that, right? So that's what day 5 is going to be about.
No, that's awesome, because I heard someone mention that they need assistance with automating their leads. So that's so key. So that's where you're going to discuss it on day 5. So again, give the dates again.
So it's going to start on October 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to go for about an hour. And then it's going to go every day from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. up until Friday, November 4th.
1 p.m. to 2 p.m. And if you sign up, say, hey, I'm busy during 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Don't worry. If you sign up, it is going to be recorded, and he's going to get the recording over to you. That's so key. Obviously, some of you are going to need to just rewatch this information, watch it over again, over and over again, so that you can really get it and really understand how to do this. So again, tell us how many leads you gathered in September again.
143 leads in September is what I booked. Those are people that I did not know, cold leads. They went to my calendar and they booked on my calendar. And 143. And that's because on whatever day it was, on August 29th, my calendar was bare because I had been doing so much traveling. And so from August 29th through September 29th, that's how many I booked.
So I want to say, I see other individuals signing up. Welcome you all. So good stuff for you all that are signing up. I think this is really going to help your business. Listen, what do we all say? If you keep doing the same old thing, you're going to keep getting the same results, right? So now it's time to do something different so you can get different results and really grow your business and take it to another level. This is one of the ways to do it. Again, some of these systems, if you had to try to figure this out, if I had to try to figure this out on my own, it would take you months. It would take you months and months and months to figure out some of the software, figure out how it works, figure out how to get inside of the groups. How do I target? Who do I target? Who don't I target? How do I spend my money there? Where do I don't spend my money? It is a real system. So if you have someone who's already figured it out, they understand what to do and what you need to do. The best thing I love to always say is pay them. Pay the people so it can take some stress off your life. So, too many of us stop staying up late at night on YouTube trying, I'm gonna learn it for myself. Okay, do that. But it's just going to take you a long time. It's going to take you a long time instead of finding somebody who's already figured it out. Listen, time is money. So if you're the type of person where you just want to figure it out on your own, you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to learn some things, but you're going to lose a lot of time. This is why people, listen, I was watching a conference the other day. This is probably watching this about probably 4 or 5 months ago. And there's this billionaire out of Africa. I think he's a Kenyan. And he actually went to a conference. Listen to this. Went to a conference. He himself and one other individual, he brought a journalist with him as well. He paid $50,000 per person. Somebody said rich, real rich. $50,000 per person to go to a conference so he can meet a couple of people, right? So he could actually meet a couple of people, network with a couple of people. It worked for him, but too many of us don't have the $50,000 to spend for one conference to go see who we might meet, right? So build your systems now while you're smaller so you can grow to, you can get to that point and really get your business to that level, and you start to automate these systems and automate these processes. It's going to really allow you to grow. So, which is good. So listen, $50,000. What's the price for this again, Melvin?
$99 one time for me to walk you through the 5-day challenge. And I'll share one last point about the importance of automating from a sales process standpoint. Again, I mentioned before, we both have extensive sales experience, and I've been there where in the corporate world where I'm going to make, 100 calls a day or 50 calls per day. And I've said that to myself. Mm-hmm. And what I find is that the first 5 calls I make are normally good. I could probably stop there. But here's what happens. On that 6th call that you make, you get that person on the phone that's just they're a jerk.
Yeah.
And a lot of times what happens is that emotionally they take the steam out of you. So like they put you in a bad mood. So yeah. Do I really want to make this next phone call? So on day 5, what I'm going to talk about is a system where it does 2 things. It removes the emotion. So we're going to show you how do you actually automatically reach out to these people. So people aren't telling you no. People aren't yelling like you're not getting that. Only people reaching out to you are people want to reach out to you. Only people are responding. People want to talk to you.
People who actually want to talk to you.
Correct.
There's hold on, because that's a great point. There's a difference between running after people. I think Linda said that you don't want to chase clients anymore. So there's a difference between running after people and chasing them than actually finding the people who are already online looking for you. Listen. Right. You're right, because you have to be, we got a long, 20 years of sales experience. We got a lot of no's, a lot of rejection, a lot of people. I've had guns pulled out on me. I don't know if you had that, sir. Crazy experience late at night. So all kinds of crazy stuff happens when you're trying to, obviously, when you're doing sales, and it doesn't matter what type of business you have. If you have a business, you are a salesman or a saleswoman, because you have to grow sales to grow your business. So it doesn't matter whether you like sales or not. You have to learn to like it. And so, but there's a difference between trying to go and sit someone down, like I said, get them to the table and trying to tell them about your product when they don't need it, versus finding individuals who are interested, who will book an appointment with you. That helps save you a lot of time. You're right. One of the things I had to learn during that process, and I actually just told it to some of my agents yesterday. I said, you have to learn to turn every negative into a positive. Because when you're cold calling, it's going to be a lot of negatives. When you're trying to call people out of the blue, email them, whatever the case may be, you're going to get some negativity, and you have to be strong enough internally to not take it personally. Because a lot of times we take it personally, think it's about, well, they don't like me. That's not about you. It's just, some people are jerks, or some people are busy, right? And so, but understanding, but if you can kind of eliminate the cold calling part, and start to understand this system and this process, where he booked 1,000 appointments over the last year, and 132 you said, or 46?
143.
143 over the last 30 days. That's going to make your life easier. You spend money to make your life easier. You spend money to make your business easier. And this is for my members and non-members. So everybody that's watching, I love it. I want to give you some of these comments here, and we're going to get ready to move on. So I love that. I love what Helen said. Helen said, as a travel agency, she said, I want to target everybody. Well, listen, I get it. Most people love to travel, so that's not a bad thing. Most people do love to travel, but you got to target the people that are actually planning to travel, right? Like you actually got to find those folks who actually have the discretionary income, who are planning to travel and who are ready to travel. So there's a strategy. Talk about that strategy there. You don't want to give it away, but understanding how to get in contact with the right individuals that way.
Yeah, again, I think you have to figure out, who are the people who are most likely to travel. and it just popped into my head, and this may or may not be who you want to target, but think about folks who are getting ready to get married, they're getting ready to go on the honeymoon, right? Can we find those people, right? So again, that's part of the strategy, is really figuring out, okay, I have a product or service that I'm offering, right? And again, I focus, what's the low-hanging fruit? Because remember, my mindset is that how can I help my client get results as quickly as possible so their confidence and trust grows in me? And then if they want to do some other things down the road, we can do those things. But how can I help bring as much money in their pockets as quickly as possible? You do that by narrowing your focus on where's that low-hanging fruit. Who do I know? Who do I know has a problem that I can solve? And I know that problem is causing issues. So my goal is to get them to admit the fact that they have a problem, admit that problem is painful enough for them to pick up the phone or use my link to book to book a call with me. And that's where we're going to go over.
No, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. One of our members who has the company does hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue over in California. His assistant, she said, this was great. She loves this. This is good stuff. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. Good stuff that you all doing over there. And actually, I got someone for you as well. We got to jump on the call here sometime soon. Yes. All right. Listen, people are connecting there as well. This is good stuff because you want to turn your business from chasing leads, chasing clients to clients actually. And this is the last thing I'll say. We're going to get ready to move on to the next step. But the one thing I learned in our business, even in our business, when I went from actually doing some calls for individuals who did respond to me, but calling them out of the blue, to individuals actually booking appointments with us and actually getting on the phone, our sales tripled 3 times. Because it's such an easier sell when they understand, hey, we have an appointment. And many times what happens was, I was just telling my agents this yesterday, I said, a lot of times what also happened was it went from, sometimes I may have been a couple minutes late, 3 minutes late because one call went over. They'll email me and say, hey, we're still on today. You want those type of clients that want to talk with you. They want to email you. They want to get in contact with you to make your life better. So this is good stuff. So to everyone that is obviously is joining us now, that's still going to be joining us as time goes on. Again, welcome to Black Directory's channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe there. And please like the page here also. We got more great content coming like this over and over and over again because we have some excellent Black members and Black Directory members that are doing some great business, doing some great things around the country, who have real businesses. I love to say at Black Directory, we got real businesses. This is why some of these shows on TV really aggravate me when I see people go on to Shark Tank and people are not ready. I'm like, come talk to me. I got businesses that are ready to be on Shark Tank. Stop sending people who aren't ready, that are Black, that ain't ready to be on there. And I did say ain't. Yes, cause it just one of the things that just bothers me. All right, so but listen, but good stuff. Again, the link is down in the chat. If you have not signed up yet, the link is down in the chat. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to finish this one last point on the automation part. So again, it takes the emotion out of it for you. The second part that it does is it makes sure you're consistent, because again, a lot of times we sit down, so I'm going to make X number of calls, but then what happens is that you get an email, you get another phone call, someone walks to your office, right? Or you get sick. So on day 5, we're going to talk about, it doesn't matter, if I get sick or if someone interrupts me, we're going to have the systems automatically do the prospecting for you. And those two things are really powerful in terms of helping you to scale and grow. So that's it.
Man, you know what? This is actually really good stuff. And what I'm literally going to do myself is I'm signing up and I'm going to have some of my assistants to be on your call. That's what I'm going to do.
I convince you to sign up, Mr. Brian Morris.
I'm signing up, sir. I'm signing up, and I'm going to have some of my assistants to be on your call to understand, because we need this. So I'm not even joking with that. This is good stuff. So you don't have to. I'll reverse it. The inside joke between the two of us. Inside joke. I'm literally signing up right now as we speak. Going to the website because I think if you have not signed up yet, especially if you have a sales team, or if you actually need to grow a sales team, this is the time to do it. Again, you got to get your processes in place first. You got to get your systems in place, because it's too important for you to really understand what to do and how to do it so that you can really grow and expand. I need all of us to understand that. If you have not signed up yet, listen. Osa says good information, may have direct contact for someone, please. Osa, as soon as you sign up, you're going to get direct contact with Mr. Melvin. So that's the perfect way to do it. And I always explain to our members and non-members, don't take shortcuts. Pay the fee so that you gain access. And the good thing, everyone, you're not just getting access to him now for this 5-day challenge. You're only paying $99. You're going to get access to him ongoing, to be able to work together with him in your business. So this is good. Liz, yes, we did get your information. I think everything went through. If you want to pay twice, you can, but you don't have to pay twice. But I'm literally going through myself to sign up for this. So if you have not signed up for, and how much time do you have on your end there, Melvin?
I have up until 3.
All right, great. We're going to get ready to jump off here in just a second. Listen, this was exciting. And I see some good comments in the chat. I see some good things they're saying, people that want to connect, obviously, with each other. And that's the other good thing. I think I mentioned earlier. So not only will you be connected with Melvin, you're going to connect with other companies around the country who also are sharing some of the same issues that you're sharing. You'll be able to share secrets, share strategies. Then also, you might find a customer too, right? You might find a customer too inside of this 5-day challenge. So again, we got several people watching. Again, if you have not done so yet, like the page, subscribe to the page. Also share it. We're going to be online for a couple more minutes. Share this page here as well. Go ahead and share it to several different individuals that you know that could utilize this service. This, again, I just paid for mine. So I love it. Just to prove to you that I just paid for mine, let me share my screen and show you. I just paid for mine here. So I just paid for mine. I'm going to have my assistants online so that they can actually gain these strategies that he's talking about, because the things that he's talking about is so key, so important, and it's absolutely important for us to be able to gain these leads. And I love what you said, man. To be able to actually gain the leads, have a system, an automated system working for you. Listen, I got so many thoughts going at the same time. You get rich overnight. You don't get rich by what you do during the day. You get rich, you get wealthy overnight. So if you can create some automation, if I can create some automation and some systems and some processes that's working for you and that's working for me when you are not at your computer, that is how you grow in business. That's how you grow, because you should not be the only one, the main individual bringing in leads, trying to go after new business. If you can create automation, that's going to help you grow.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, because that is the key part. Because listen, because all too often, especially with a lot of our businesses, especially small businesses, we always thinking about the grind. We're always thinking about how do we grind more, and we got to work harder. No, we got to work smarter. And this is one of the ways that we all work smarter by doing this automation. So talk about this a little bit as we get ready to jump off. Talk about how this will work for them overnight, finding these opportunities, because you got people all around the country, around the world, looking for some of these products and services all the time.
Yeah. So again, on day 5, I'm gonna walk you through exactly what it is that I do. How do I target people? It doesn't matter where they are. I've worked with folks in different countries. I have a couple clients in South Africa. I have a couple in the UK. It doesn't really matter where people are. We can find them online. We can put them into a system that I have, proprietary software that I have, where we can directly reach out to individuals with all the strategies I've talked about. So you're kind of putting that on autopilot. Because again, when I started doing this, again, I have that direct sales background. I wanted to be able to sell people who did not know me. I didn't want to talk to my friends. I didn't want to talk to my family.
Right. Oh, my gosh. Talk about that. Right.
How can I bring people into my world that they have no idea who I am or what it is that I do? And how do I put that on autopilot? And so I said this in the beginning, I spent a lot of money on coaches and mentors and programs, and I even refunded a bunch of programs.
Right.
Until I was able to take different things from different programs and make it to my own. And now all I'm doing is taking what I've learned, I've applied it to my business, and now I'm sharing that with other business owners or other sales professionals that may not have the time or the money to invest that I did to help us all grow and move up. So that is oh man, that's such a great point. That's such a great point. Listen, because your family members,
Stop getting mad at your family members for not supporting your business. They can only buy so much of your products and services. All right. Your family, my family members, your family members are not your priority customers. You have to find individuals outside of your friend group, outside of your family group, individuals that you don't know to be your customers. And that is really what's going to allow you to grow. So because all too often we're upset, they're not supporting my candle business. They're not supporting my travel company. They're not supporting my t-shirt business. Yeah, after they did it 5 times already. How many more times do they have to support you? They're like, go find some more customers. We can't keep trying to hit up our friends and family all the time. We got to find more customers and to be able to get that going. Randy just said, did this payment go through? Let's double check, Randy. Listen, this is good stuff. We're excited to be working with y'all. Several people, many people are signing up here. Welcome to all y'all. Man, you're going to have a good class here. And obviously, you're going to have myself and some of my assistants on the class here also. So this is good. Let's see here. Randy, let's see if I do see it. I do see it, Randy. But you can pay twice if you want to. We're not stopping anybody from paying twice. If you want to pay twice, you can definitely pay twice. But no, Randy, I do see you on there. And again, Randy, tell us what type of business that you have with your company. Good stuff. All right, so while you're doing that, give us some of your final thoughts about the challenge that's coming up. Again, the challenge is October 31st. Starts at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So again, of course, if you're on the West Coast, it'll be 10 o'clock. If you're on Pacific Standard Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Monday the 31st, October 31st, and it's going to go into November the 4th, that Friday. Only 1 hour, 1 hour a day. And he's going to talk about what you can expect to learn each one of those days.
Yeah. So my final thoughts is that this will definitely be time well spent. Right. Whenever I jump on a Zoom call with anyone, my initial process is that, or thought process is that I want this person to feel like, hey, you know what? I'm really glad that I spent time, talking to Melvin. Same thing with my team. So I would just encourage you all, if you need help generating leads. And what I'm sharing with you is not theory. That's why I showed you what I was doing. This is things I've actually done myself for my own business. And I've shown you like customers I've done it for. So it's not theory. And I know that I can charge a lot more for what I'm going to share in the 5-day challenge. But for me, it's important for me to share the information. And then you can choose if you want to do it yourself. And obviously, I can help you with it as well. So there will be opportunity for me to actually work with you to help you to implement and execute some of these I'm going to share with you. But it will definitely, for those of you who have signed up, for those of you who are thinking about signing up, I can make you a promise that it will definitely be time well spent and more than worth the $99 that we're charging for it.
No, without a doubt. And Randy said his company does inbound and outbound contact center support. So if you're doing inbound contact support, I don't know if that's accounts receivable or if you just need leads. If you're doing sales, you always need leads, obviously. Is that sales, Randy? I says doing BPO services, marketing research, and support. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, listen, this is good stuff. If you are online, it's still several of us online. If you have not signed up yet, all right, Melvin, I want you to give them final thoughts of why get them off the fence. It's not $99, though. It's not $999. It's not $999, Mr. McCain. It's not $9,900. It's not $99,000. It's $99 to learn some systems that's going to help change your business. It's a small fee to pay to really make a really difference. So get some individuals off the fence who might be on the fence, and then we're out of here.
Yeah. So what I'll share with you is that I typically over deliver, right? So if you're in the class, I kind of pull back the curtain, and I just can't help. Like I wasn't going to talk about the Facebook software, but once I get in there, and then I just can't help but to share as much information as possible with people. So I'll more than likely I'll also stay on afterwards, for up to a half an hour to answer questions. I'll block that off my time as well. So if you sign up for the class, you will have the opportunity to also answer or have me answer specific questions for you. And again, there's always ways for us to work together on an individual basis as well. But at the end of the day, I've tried to provide as much value as I possibly can on this call. So hopefully, even just by attending this call, you've learned a few things that you didn't know that you can possibly utilize. But again, we're going to go into a lot more detail on the 5-day challenge. So I would encourage you all to sign up.
Good stuff. So I'm placing the link down in the chat again. So the link is in the chat. So I just placed it down in there up under my name, Brian Morse. So if you have not signed up yet, you're on the fence. That should have gotten you off the fence. Go ahead and click on that link and get going. And again, it starts on Monday, October 31st at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time through November the 4th, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as well, 1 to 2. And I love that. He said he's also going to stay on. Just get another one, Marco. He said, how can I sign my assistant up? Just put their name in the chat. Just go ahead and purchase another one there. That's actually a great point. If you have some sales team, if you already have sales teams and if you have assistant sales team, this is why you heard me say earlier, I'm going to have some of my sales associates actually on this call. So if you have sales teams, if you have individuals that's doing sales for you outside of yourself, you might want to pay for a couple extras as well. That way you can get them on this line because one, is good for you to have the information, but also getting them on the line as well. That way they're understanding. One thing about a good salesperson, again, I worked with a lot of different sales agents. We are always trying to figure out how to save some time, how to make some more money, how to change our processes. You know, a quick story real fast. When I was doing life insurance, you know, back in the day, you know, I'm like an old man now. When I was doing life insurance, one of the things that I learned for the first couple months when I started, we used to have these weekly meetings. I think we used to have them on Mondays and Thursdays. So I remember one Thursday, one of the managers came in and he started talking about, hey, there's this new lead that we have not been working because they used to give us some other leads that was, like I told you, some of them were good, but most of them weren't. But they found some other leads and say, hey, these are actually existing clients, he said. And so we actually so he said, we're booking these clients and the lead is so much easier. And so when I heard that, I said, really? I went, got me a list of them, started booking them up myself. And from the time I started, that was like first 2 or 3 months into the business. That's all I did. It drastically changed the way I did business because I realized it was so much easier. You want to do easy business. Don't always try to. This is what I teach my people. Just like you said, you want to find the low-hanging fruit in your business. You can keep kicking yourself, trying to go the long way around. But if you find the low-hanging fruit, that's going to allow you to grow quicker. And don't take the hard way all the time. Some things are a little bit easier. People have different strategies that make life better for you. Utilize that. When he gave me that tip, that was probably around, I got started in August. I think that was around October, November. So a couple of months later, I started working what it was called policy owner service at the time. And I never stopped working until the day I left the company because it made that big of a difference. So salespeople, so if you have a sales team, they are always looking for more strategies, better ways to grow the business, better ways to expand, obviously make more money. So you want to bring them in on this session as well. That way it's not just yourself, you bring your team on it as well. That way they start to learn because they're going to catch some things that you don't catch. So they're going to begin to say, oh, this is good. I could utilize this. I could utilize that. And just the idea by itself, you know, travel companies, roofing companies, you know, this company here that we just said you do call center, all the contact support. Man, you need leads. There are people online all of the time that are looking for you on all these social media channels. If you can have a software that automates it for you, makes it easier, it's going to make your life easier and it's going to allow you to grow and scale and increase your revenue. And why, and this is the last thing I'll say on this, I always say, why do we need more money? You don't need more money just so that you can travel more, so that you can floss, you can get the Maybach, you can get the nice house. Those things are great, but you need more money so you can do more for yourself, more for your generation and the generations that follow you. You could do more for the Black community and the white community, whoever's around you, who's ever in your sphere. You could do more for the people that are around you and actually help them and make a difference. Believe it or not, money is what makes the world go round. Yeah, love is what makes the world go round. But I'd say 2 things that the world needs. You need God and you need some money. And you can't try to live life without either one of them. Try living life without money. It's going to hurt. You live life without God, it's hurting also. So if you have them both, it makes your life better. And so but you need great strategies to understand how to increase your revenue. So ultimately, this is one thing I was saying to our members here just the other week. You don't just need more money for your business, as I mentioned earlier. You need money so you can give to organizations, to entities that's solving the problems in your community that you're passionate about. You know, what are you passionate about? What problems in the world do you want to see changed? You know, it's not Oprah's job. It's not just Diddy's job. It's not, you know, Master P's job. It's not just celebrity's job. We're always saying, hey, they need to change, do something about the problems. No, we need to do something about the problems. This is why we need to grow and scale our companies, really expand our companies, so we can take more money and we can give to the people that we know that are solving the problems that we're dealing with every single day. Final thoughts, sir.
I just want to say I appreciate the opportunity. Black Directory, I think I've been a member for almost 2 years now, a year and a half, 2 years. And it really has been a great investment, and just in not even in the amount of business I've gotten from it, because that's been great as well, but it's just connecting with people, so I appreciate the opportunity and I appreciate the partnership, and it's been a great resource. It's been fun. So thanks for allowing me to do this.
No, this is good stuff. So everyone that signed up, again, if you want to sign up, I'm placing the link down in the chat again if you haven't signed up yet. And Liz asked a question, will you send a link for the 5-day challenge? Yeah, so if you saw when you signed up, he'll send the link actually out on October the 28th. So we have all of your email addresses. So the link will go to the email address that you signed up on. So that's where the link will go. It will go to the email address that you signed up on. Now, they also, some of them have their cell phones. Will you send a text as well, or will you mostly send the email?
They'll get a text and email.
Perfect. This
automated.
It's got automated, right? That's what yeah, we need those systems. That's why I signed up, so my assistant can actually get onto this. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this one. I really, really did. I learned some things myself. I hope you guys obviously learned some things as well. And it's not just about learning. It's about take this challenge. If you still haven't signed up yet, still 42 people watching. If you haven't signed up yet, take the challenge. It's $99. Take the challenge. Worst case scenario, you're going to learn a couple of things that's going to be good for you in your business, right? So don't just take the information, but take the information, apply it to your business. We need your company to grow. We want your company to grow. It's important that your company really grows and expands. Thank you, Liz. It's important that you grow and expand and take your business to the next level so you could do more, right? If you got more money, you could do more, right? Especially if you have the right mindset, you got the right thing. All right, Veronica, I'm placing the link down in the chat. You say you missed the sign up link. It's right there, right up under your name. So look for my name there, Brian Morse, right there. Do you have it? All you got to just click on the link there. It'll take you right over there to it, and you have it. So listen, this is good stuff. And all of you all that are signing up and that have signed up, I want you all, when you get into the class, obviously take notes, learn the information, connect with Melvin, but also connect with other individuals, learn from them. And what's also important, I tell everyone all the time, everybody, yes, we're all salesmen, we're all saleswomen as well, but so find a business inside of this group that you could also support. So don't just always focus on selling your product or service. Find another business inside of this group that you can support, see how you can help them grow, help them to expand there as well. Veronica, let's make sure that you got that link there. Did you get the link there, Veronica? Just placed it. You said Mr. Sign Up link, you just placed it there up under your name. Just look for my name there, Brian Morse. Listen, really, really excited about this. I'm going to stay on for a couple more seconds. I know Mr. Melvin has a couple of calls. All right. So I'm placing the link right up under. If you look at the chat, the link is right up under you, Veronica. Right there. Let's see here. Or if the other thing you want to do, if you want to send us your email address or something, I could just email it to you really quick. If you want to do that, if you want to put that down in the chat, just to make it easier for you there also. Also, if you do need the link for some reason, if you don't see the link in the chat, send me an email and I'll send it out directly to you. You can send it to me at brian@blackdirectory.com. I'll put my email address down in the chat. BRIEN@BLACKDIRECTORY.com. You can send the link right there. Send me an email there and then I'll shoot it over to you. Just shoot me an email if you're having problems with getting the links and all of that. Mr. Melvin Veasley, thank you, sir. I think you really gave a lot of great information. People really, really love what you shared. And I'm looking forward to the event myself as well on the 31st. So good. And I know you're going to be doing a couple more calls here coming up next week as well. So that's going to be great. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and email me right now, Veronica. I'm going to stay online a little bit. I want to make sure that you get signed up before I hop off. Melvin, have a great day. Is a call up there in Rhode Island?
It is. I don't even know. I've been here all day.
Yeah, man, we're down in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, so it's like 52 degrees. 55. And I just got a message from some of my family down in Florida. They talk about it's cold down there. It's probably 75 degrees.
It's cold in huh? Yeah,
it's probably 75 degrees down there, so they're probably freezing down there. You know how that goes. But no, it's getting a little cool. Obviously, it's that time of the year. And also, the other thing, last thing I'll say about that is this, and you feel free to jump off, you got to. I'm just going to say this. Last thing I'll say, if you listen to many of the professionals, everyone that's online, many of the banking, Jamie Dimon just said the other day, you're hearing some other very rich individuals discuss how a recession is coming. And they're discussing how, how it's about to be a recession in the next 8 to 10 months, potentially. How are you as a business preparing for a potential recession? Things, over the last couple of years, although, COVID and the pandemic was a bad situation for us all to go through, but a lot of our businesses did grow. A lot of our businesses did expand, but growth does not always keep climbing, right? Sometimes growth takes a dip. So what are you going to do within your business when a recession comes to actually gain more leads, to grow your business during the recession? Because you don't want to lose all the growth that you had during this time period when a recession happens. So it's inevitable. It may not happen in 8 months, may not happen in 10 months, may not happen in 2 years, but recessions always happen. So how do you recession-proof your business? You do something like what Melvin has talked about, and you do what you can to gain a lot of leads and find out who that client is, so that your clients are, so that you could always get in contact with them and get more leads. If you get more leads, your business will grow, your business will expand, you will take your business to the next level. So all of that is great. So Veronica, I have your email address, so I'm literally responding to you right now. Here is the link. All right, and I just placed this. All you have to do is click on that, and that'll take you directly to the page. So if anyone else needs the link, you can just email me directly. For some reason, if you can't grab it out of the chat. All right. Again, it's brian@blackdirectory.com. You can just shoot me an email. Listen, I'm excited about this one. This was a really good one. I think not only this is a really good one, I think this is going to be helpful for many of your businesses. If you take the information and apply it, don't just sign up for things and don't apply it. If you take this, perfect. Thank you, Veronica. So I'll be waiting for you to, I want to see it when it comes through here on my end. I'll be waiting for you. So I want to make sure that that you're taking advantage of these things. Again, I keep saying, because we need your business to grow. We need your business to expand. We need every business in America needs to grow and expand, so we can really solve the problems. We can really solve a lot of the problems. There are a lot of problems in America, and it takes a lot of times. I said two things: it takes God, which is love, and it takes some money. You need money, so your love executes the money in the right places. So that's the way that happens. So when you have the right money, you have enough resources, you don't have to say, if I had the money, I would do this. If I had the money, no. Grow your business. And grow my business. Grow your business properly, so you can get the money and you can make a difference. Grow this business, expand your business, get some new tools, some new resources, learn how to figure things out differently, do business in a different way, so that you could actually, and I love that what he talked about, our pipeline must always be full. And once you get to the point in business where your pipeline is so full you can't handle it anymore, that's when you start hiring more people. All right, I can't handle it anymore, I got to hire more individuals. But your systems and processes have to be in place, and they have to be intact properly, so that you can really train someone else on how to sell your product, how to sell your services. So all of that is key. Listen, did you all enjoy this? Did you all enjoy this today? I really, really enjoyed this. And again, thank you all that have joined us. And again, if you have not subscribed to the page, please go ahead and subscribe. Click the subscribe button, and then of course like this video here as well. That's going to be a great one. And I want to end out here as everyone is signing up. Yes, thank you, Randy. Thank you, Kimberly. Yeah, thank you. This is how you really grow. And this is why I said it doesn't matter how successful your business is, you always need more leads, and you always need a new way to find more leads, more ways to obviously to grow your business and expand your business. Every business in the world, I don't care what kind of business you are, every business in the world runs off of leads. You might get leads a different way, but you run off leads. This is why, especially those that do business with the government, this is why you signed up. Obviously, we have BidSpeed. This is why you signed up to BidSpeed. You signed up to BidSpeed so you can find out the RPs that are hitting the street. What are the RPs? Those are leads. Those are leads. So you're always looking for more leads, more ways to actually grow your business and expand your business. So it does not matter what type of business you're in. Every single business needs leads to survive. And so you want to figure out, learn from individuals like Melvin, Learn from Melvin what Melvin is doing. This is why I personally signed up myself. It's only $99, as I explained. Sign up for it. If you have a team, especially if you have an assistant, if you got 2 or 3 people on your team, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people on your team, sign up and get all of them inside of the session. Sign all of them up, especially because some of you are in different locations around the country. Sign up and get them on this session so that they can be here and actually see exactly what they need to do as sales agents to really be able to grow the business and expand the business. All right, so let's see. I'm going to check one last thing here. Again, really excited about this. We got another great one coming here in a couple of weeks. Again, we're going to be discussing some great things. Man, you guys have been doing a great job at signing up. We got a lot of people signed up. Again, don't miss out on this. If you know this is what you're needing, click on the link there and get going, get signed up. This is going to be a great one. I want to end this off by, I'm going to place down in the chat. For those of you, again, we also have our what we call our Successful Black Entrepreneurs. We also have that new show. And I'm going to show it on my screen, but I'm not going to play the audio. I'm actually going to play this link down in the chat. I want you all actually to take this link and actually watch our new show. We actually have a new show of Successful Black Entrepreneurs where we're talking about doing business in Africa. That's our new session for this week. Doing business in Africa. And actually, obviously, we already know that Africa is rich in resources. And we have a great story that we just did this week. And so I'm going to place this link down in the chat here as well. So you can actually watch this. And then after this, we can end it on this. But I'm going to play this video here. And I'm also going to place this link down in the chat. I want you all to watch our new show, Successful Black Entrepreneurs, where we highlight Black-owned businesses, Black entrepreneurs all around the world. Man, there's so many amazing stories that we have all around the world. So I'm going to play the video, but I'm not going to play the audio. You all actually going to have to play the audio yourself. So just click on the link. I'm going to place it down in the chat right here, right now, as soon as I get back to it really fast. Yeah, let me get back to it. I'm going to place the link back down in the chat. You all go ahead and watch this here new show, and please share it. If you haven't watched it, we have about 3 episodes now so far. We actually have a total of 20 episodes. We have a total of 20 episodes for Successful Black Entrepreneurs. And so there's the link. I just placed it down in the chat, YouTube link, Successful Black Entrepreneurs. I'm putting it about 4 or 5 times. Grab the link there and watch our new show, Successful Black Entrepreneurs, where we're highlighting doing business in Africa. All right, I'm going to share my screen here, and you all can watch that. But I won't play the audio. Click on the link to actually play the audio yourself, and get all of that going on there also. All right, let me share this one right here. Make sure I'm clicked on the right one. There we go. All right, let's back it up. There we go. Let's do it. You have a great one.